How's it going, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Zach and I'm an HVAC contractor in the Middle Tennessee area. Now today's video, we have a ductless mini split that has some bad parts that we weren't able to locate, so the customer's forced to actually replace the system. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's do some work.
This video is brought to you by TrueTech Tools, quality tools, essential support. And by RLS. RLS press fittings let you make a permanent and reliable mechanical connection in just 10 seconds without the need for brazing. The RLS press fittings were specifically designed and engineered for use in high-pressure HVAC and refrigeration systems. They are fully registered and listed to UL 207 for pressures up to 700 psi. For more information, go to rapidlockingsystem.com.
All right, so here is our system. Goes all the way up to that room there. So we got to get up there, take this loose, the line hide, so that way we can get everything disconnected and get this old system out of the way. I actually installed this 6 years ago, so still looking good. Good. All right, so we've been pressure testing for about 12 minutes. It actually went up 0.2 of a PSI at 460. So I think we're in good shape. We can go ahead, disconnect it now, let all the nitrogen out and get our vacuum going. We'll be ready to start this thing up here in probably about 10 or 15 minutes. So I wanted to show you my mini split kit. So this thing is awesome. It's one pack out box and it houses everything that I need for mini splits. So starting off with flaring the copper. I like to use this Navac flaring tool, battery powered, super awesome. So obviously got some nice tubing cutters in here as well. So I can either flare the copper or I can swedge the copper with this hydraulic swedging tool. See if I can block the wind here. So this tool here is really nice to swedge if you need to extend the copper without using couplings. And you just use these different sizes here. So this one's 7/8, this one is 1 1/8, and so on. So I can swedge it with a hydraulic tool, or I can use the spin bits as well. I actually don't use those very often, but it's nice to have them as well. I typically use this. And then here's all the different jaws for the flaring tool. So this one is 3/4. That one's 3/8. So it's pretty cool. I just like how everything fits nice and neat in there. You open up this one. I don't have much in here. If I can open it one-handed. I just keep my nylog in here for all of my flare fittings, deburring tool, and this is a flaring gauge. So once you once you make your flare, it should fit right in here, but not go all the way through, and you know it's perfect. So I've got some room to grow right here. But yeah, this hydraulic tool is amazing. The flaring tool is amazing, super quick and easy. And then also I have the Hillmore bending set here. I really like this set because this attachment is toolless. You just press it on there, pop it off, flip it over, press it on. There's no tools, no bolts that you have to loosen. And it's all on one piece, and I really like that. Instead of having a bunch of, I think typically you have two different ones, one for these smaller sizes and then one for the larger. So I really like how this is just one. You just flip it over depending on what size you're using. And then of course you have all the different fittings for the different sizes that you need to be able to bend that copper. So yeah, that's a really good. The only thing I wish this tool had was that when you're cranking it and this thing goes out, it actually will tell you when you're hitting 90 degrees, and it doesn't do that. So, but other than that, I really like this one. And then lastly, being able to torque the nuts for the flares. So this is the one that I keep in here because it fits. I also have the Hillmore digital adjustable one, but it's a little bit bigger and it doesn't fit in here, so I just keep this one in here. The Hillmore's in a separate box in the toolbox there. But I like to have both. I really like the feel of this one because you get that feedback of it popping and letting you know that you've hit your torque setting. So, but yeah, you've got all the different jaws here to fit the different size nuts. That's pretty much it. And this is just the reverse setup for the bender. So if you're going to be bending it this way, you would put those fittings on. So anyway, that is my setup, and I just like how everything fits right into this box, like so. Oh yeah, and then I keep my little cheat sheet for my torque settings for 1/4 through 5/8. So keep that right there. It's good to go. All right, so that's pretty much it. These changeouts on these ductless systems, they're pretty quick and pretty fast because you're not having to deal with any duct work, especially if you're replacing the like for like we did today. So everything just bolts right back up, wires right back up,
with no problems. So, but one thing to think about with these ductless systems is that like this particular job, the system was almost 6 years old. The blower motor went out and we could not source it anywhere. We could not find one. And Samsung basically said they're on back order. They don't have any available and they didn't know when they would be available. So we're forced to replace the equipment. And then secondly, we can't replace just that indoor unit because it's no longer compatible with the older outdoor unit. So you're forced to replace the entire system. So when it comes to these ductless systems, that's something to be aware of. Even though it may have a warranty, this particular one only had a 5-year warranty, but you know, the one we installed has a 10. But if the parts aren't available, what are you supposed to do, right? So it could be just the times that we're in right now, with all the shipping containers just sitting off shores. Who knows, right? Who knows? But that's the situation for this customer today. They had to pay for a whole new system when all they really needed was a blower motor. So anyhow, that's going to complete today's video. I really hope you got something out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, see you later.